Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. Today's date is August the 25th, 2026, and the time is 4:32, and I'm calling this meeting to order. Ms. Ana, could you please establish quorum?
Yes, ma'am. Mayor Nori Garza.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Ruben Plata.
Present.
Councilwoman Jessica Ortega.
Present.
Councilwoman Marissa Gerlach.
Present.
Councilman Alberto Vela.
Present.
Mayor, we've established quorum.
Okay. Next item is invocation and pledge of allegiance. Please stand.
Heavenly Father, we come before you today as we recognize Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. We lift up the courageous children and families who are facing the difficult journey of childhood cancer. Give strength, comfort, and hope to every child battling this disease. Bless all those who walk alongside them. May they feel surrounded by love, compassion, and support during the most difficult days. We also remember the children whose lives have been lost to cancer. May their memory continue to inspire us to support research, advance treatments, and work towards a future where no child has to face this disease. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Next item is disclosures for conflict of interest. Ms. Ana, has anything been
No,
filed?
ma'am, there is none.
No? Okay. We'll move on to presentations, and the first presentation is the proclamation for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month.
Mayor and Council, we have a very special guest with us today. The proclamation reads as follows. Whereas childhood cancer remains the leading cause of death by disease among children in the United States, with 1 in 285 children receiving a cancer diagnosis before their 20th birthday. Whereas approximately 46 children are diagnosed with cancer each day in our nation, representing nearly 17,000 young lives impacted each year, and tens of thousands of children are actively undergoing brave life-saving treatments at any given time. Whereas national and regional nonprofit organizations, including the American Childhood Cancer Organization, provide critical emotional guidance, educational resources, and financial assistance to help children and their families navigate the steep challenges of treatment and recovery. Whereas local organizations such as the Greater Goal Foundation and Super Rami serve as dedicated champions for families battling cancer across the Rio Grande Valley, powered by passionate parents and community volunteers united under one singular mission, #EndChildhoodCancer. Whereas advancing towards a cure begins with elevating community awareness, a powerful catalyst that drives vital research, funding, and brings us closer to a future free from childhood cancer. Whereas the color gold serves as a universal symbol of resilience and hope in honor of the bravery of young cancer fighters and their families. Now, therefore, we, the City Council of the City of Mission, do hereby proclaim September 2026 as Childhood Cancer Awareness Month and encourage all residents to wear gold throughout the month to raise vital awareness. We further invite our community to stand by in solidarity with these courageous families at the 12th Annual Walk for Warriors on Monday, September 7th from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Mission Event Center. Proclaimed on this, the 25th day of August, 2026.
Mayor, I move to approve that proclamation as read.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the proclamation as read. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Ms. Ana.
We're not gonna be able to see you. Let's see. Does this move?
My name is Coraline.
Hi.
Today we have Coraline with us. Coraline is from Mission. She's 6 years old, and she was recently diagnosed with leukemia. So you'll see her wearing her little backpack. She's actually actively receiving treatment through her backpack and through her port. So on behalf of myself and Coraline and other children like Coraline, thank you so much for being so supportive of our mission of creating awareness and being a partner and understanding that awareness is one day going to hopefully lead to a cure for children like Coraline. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for having us, and thank you for recognizing this for
And thank you for
her.
being here, Coraline. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're going to go down there and take a picture with you, okay? Okay.
I'm gonna come take a picture.
Give me your pencil.
No, she said my hands are sweaty, they did a great job.
Yeah, there we go. We're gonna take a picture and then y'all go. Okay? Stand right here in the middle. Hi, Caroline. Say hi to Pencil.
Maybe one back just a little.
Okay.
There. Perfect. Ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. And last one. There. 1, 2.
Okay, we're going to kind of go out of order a little bit because we're not ready with for all of the kids that we're waiting on. So we're going to move on to report from the Greater Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Brenda.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Wonderful activities happening at the Greater Mission Chamber of Commerce as we produce our monthly report of August. So a couple of highlights. We celebrated the groundbreaking of the Center of Hope and Healing, which will be ready to up and go and ready for the ribbon cutting in 5 months. This center is home to anybody in need through anything food, mental, and shelter as well. Monarch Learning Academy did break out very closer to the west side of Mission, and they have like 40 plus students already and are accepting new students for daycare. Our team has hosted a roundtable discussion for our nonprofit organizations where they came in, they shared a little bit about their strengths and areas of opportunity that the chamber can partner with them, as well as us providing an orientation of our services. And we will be continuing the roundtable discussions per industry. We also celebrated in the hospitality our Ocean Gate team, which they own 25 plus hotels in Texas. And we were very excited to celebrate 25 years of them being here in Mission. So kudos to Comfort Inn. More so, our team, our Advocacy and Governmental Affairs, hosted a roundtable discussion, including our investors, our board of directors, and of course we invited some of our elected officials, including Congressman Henry Cuellar, Senator Ted Cruz, and Sergio Muñoz's office, where we continued advocating for water resources and the protection of our tourism assets, including La Lomita, our National Butterfly Center, and the World Birding Center as well. We wrapped up a wonderful signature event, Buenas Tardes, where we brought in over 275 business leaders to come and share lunch and bread with us. Special thanks to the Edwards Abstracts team and the Mission EDC for helping us make this a success. Upcoming, our partners with the SBDC UTRGV, we will have a webinar on El Poder de la Planificación Empresarial, and it is open to members and non-members as well. Merle Norman will be celebrating their ribbon cutting, officially welcoming them to the Mission community this Friday at 4 o'clock. Please come on by and join us. And our wonderful hospitality partners, Holiday Inn Express and Suites here off of Sherry, they are proudly sponsoring a member mixer, and it is complimentary both to our members and any non-members who are interested in coming to learn more about Mission. Welcome to the team. As a reminder, we are welcoming, we're an ongoing admission type of chamber. Memberships start at $2.99. Sponsorships are now open for our annual memberships, annual member banquets, where we will talk about the annual impact report. We will be celebrating 80 years of business success. Our chamber was founded in 1946, so this year we will turn 80 years old. We will also take the opportunity to celebrate our Business of the Year, Business Leader of the Year, Nonprofit of the Year, and Ambassador of the Year. Award nominations are still open. We do invite anybody to submit their nominations, and they are due on August 31st. As well as our board of director ballots, they have been mailed out, and those are due as well as August 31st. If you are a member of the chamber and have not received your nomination, I invite you to reach out to my office, and we will make sure to get one to you. I have a list of the upcoming events for each of you to let you know what's going on in the next few weeks, but I do want to go ahead and highlight that we will be having a roundtable discussion for the healthcare industry. So any of our partners related to the healthcare industry, we will be coming together, roundtable discussion, do a SWOT analysis, and how the chamber can be of a resource. But please follow us on our calendar for our upcoming events. And that wraps up my report, Mayor.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, the next item is our departmental reports. Those are in our packets. Are there any questions or comments?
Mayor, I move to approve the reports as presented.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve the reports as presented. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Next item is citizens' participation.
No, ma'am, there was none.
None? Okay. I'm wondering if Brad is ready. Can you ask if he's ready?
Sorry. Good afternoon. Brad Benson, Director for Mission Parks and Recreation. We have a few minutes until all the kids come in and the parents. If you guys want to go ahead and line up, face the council. Being it's the beginning of school, it's hard to get the high school students here.
Yes.
I know last year we had a crowded room. Anyway, I would really like to thank council and mayor, city managers for allowing us to continue with our TAF program. I know y'all don't get to see a lot of our numbers, but we get a lot of excitement in there. But this year we had a total of 553 students that were enrolled in our program. We had 244 students swimming, athletes, excuse me, 189 in the track and field events, and we had 120 youngsters taking part in our tennis program. In our shot put in track and field, well actually in the field area, we had Gianna Navarro, and she received first place in the shot put, and I dare you to.
No, thank you. Oh, you're going to dare me? Okay. Okay, yes. Here you go. Two-handed.
This young girl, Gianna, received first place medal. She actually threw the 8-pound shot put 26 feet.
Wow.
I mean, that's to the back of the room. Even though she didn't set a state record, she did throw 3 feet further than any of her competitors. Wow. This young girl's under 10 years old.
Oh my goodness.
That's a
Is she
stretch.
here?
That's a stretch for you.
Anyway, in our pole vault in 16 under, Natalia De La Fuente received our third place medal. In the tennis, 12 and under, Ivan Cavazos received the first place award. I think the guy's going to grow up to be a carpenter. He's got a handshake. You need experience. 18 and under, Savas Aguilar received third place award. 18 and over, Christian Cuellar received the third place award also in tennis. Aquatics, this year we brought home 17 first place gold medals. We brought home 5 second place silver medals and 14 third place bronze medals. The Mission Marlins, as we go by in both the USA and our TAF events, also brought home 62 other medals, ranking from in the top 10 positions. The Marlins also set 2 new state records. The girls 13 to 14 year age group and the 200-yard freestyle relay, they set a state record with a swim time of 1 minute and 45.63 seconds, beating the record set in 2012 with 1 minute 46.95 seconds. The team consisted of Maria Fernanda Sanchez, age 14, Michelle Kim, age 14, Allison Rodriguez, age 13, and Sloan Taylor, age 13. Also, another state record that was set was in the girls' 13 to 14 year age group. Was a 200-yard medley with a swim time of 1 minute 57.87 seconds, beating the state record set in 2021 of 2 minutes 0.67 seconds. That's a noticeable difference in that 3-second span of 20 feet, more or less. So you can imagine the excitement with the girls. Consisting on that team was Michelle Kim, Allison Rodriguez, age 13, Sloan Taylor again, age 13, and Valentina Hinojosa, age 13. We haven't received the trophies yet, but wanted to announce this year's Missions Female Athlete of the Year. It goes to Sloan Taylor. Are you here, Sloan? She's been swimming since 5 years of age, and she's been competitive swimming since 12 years of age. At this year's Games of Texas, she was state champion in all 6 of her swimming events. Along with her teammates, they set 2 state records for the year. But for her, the medals matter, but the friendships and memories created along the way are so much more meaningful. I borrowed that for her quote. Missions Male Athlete of the Year goes to Evan Cavazos. Evan has been competing in tennis since he was 8 years of age. His 2026 summer season he participated in 8 regional tournaments, winning 7 of the 8. Most recently, he has won the Mission Open, McAllen Open, the Joe Best Open, and the Edinburgh Classic for the past 3 years for the 10 and 12-year-old age groups. So he's been done really good. I think this guy's going places as well. But anyway, with that, I wish more of the high school students were here and a few more of the youngsters, especially if we had 553 kids participating. But anyway, I just want to give everybody a round of applause. But before we applaud, I'd really like to applaud the coaches and the assistant coaches and the staff and the aides. I mean, it takes a whole lot to be out, especially out on the track. It's hot. Especially on the tennis courts, it's hot. Swim, you're in the water. But anyway, thank you, coaches, for what you do. It really takes the load off of the parents, and it helps groom the kids as they grow in their age, and it gives them a competitive edge, but also helps them grow and mature, and makes team players out of them. It prepares them to the junior high and high school, and some of those will go on to college and get scholarships. But anyway, with that, I'd like to say, job well done, guys. You know, part of the responsibility when we go to Games of Texas, there's a lot of kids in the hotels that we put up, and it's really tough. And I haven't, my 21 years in parks, I haven't been to Games of Texas yet. It seems to be the busiest part of my year. But Pete Charles and Pete Lopez, they get to go up there. I don't know if they go up there to play or they go up there to participate. But anyway, I appreciate what Pete does, and Pete also. But anyway, thank you guys.
Very good. Thank you so much, and congratulations to each and every one of you. Y'all did great. we're gonna go down for a picture with you guys.
Just a little bit more. More forward. Practice fine. Excuse me. Perfect. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. And last one. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Is that scary?
No, I'm okay. It's not.
Okay, we're ready for the next item, and those are our announcements. Ms. Jess, do you have anything to comment today? No, ma'am, good. No? Okay.
No comment.
No comments, okay.
I do. I just want to, like the proclamation read, September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and I encourage everyone to come out. It's May 7th. September 7th. It's a Monday. It's Labor Day. As a community, us coming out to support these families means so much to them. So I hope that we can all get out there and just show them some love. Thank you.
No comment.
Okay, thank you. All right, I don't have any comments today. JP?
Mayor, thank you. Yes, I have a couple of comments. I just want to invite the public that we're having a ribbon cutting on Thursday for the installation of 18 new solar lights along the trail at CWB Park. We'll be there on Thursday, August the 27th at 7 p.m. Also, the Mission Fire Department celebrating the 9/11 Remembrance Memorial on Friday, September 11th at 9 a.m. at the Mission Central Fire Station. Also, I want to give an update, Mayor, on Bryan Road. As you all know, we opened to traffic the section from 495 to Ursula, and the contractor is currently working from Ursula to Elm with the subgrade and the water lines and sewer lines. But nonetheless, we're fixing to open the section in front of the school from Mel to Business City 3, so there'll be hot mixing this week. So we'll open it for traffic hopefully early next week.
Oh, great, thank you.
And we still have the deadline to finish at the end of September.
Okay,
The
so
whole project.
we're still meeting the timeline.
Yes, I
Okay.
know we have some rain events, but the contractor brought some extra crews to try to meet that deadline
Okay.
for September.
Very good, thank you.
Also want to remind the public that we still have the sandbag operations every Saturday during hurricane season from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Saturday. It's located at 15th Street and Perkins Avenue. Also, Mayor, I will be closed on September 7th for Labor Day observance. Nonetheless, we're going to have a skeleton crew on Public Works, and also our regular trash pickup will be as regular schedule.
Thank you.
That's all I have, Mayor.
All righty, very good, thank you so much. We'll move on to the public hearing, and the first item is a rezoning request.
Mayor, City Council, good evening. The first case is a rezoning from single-family residential district R1 to duplex fourplex district. This is at the northeast corner of 4th Street and Oaklake. The property is vacant and the applicant is proposing a duplex building here. That's the aerial photo of the property. It's just north of the Roosevelt School. In the zoning is mostly single-family residential with public district to the south. The left from the original plat. Photos of the property from Oblate, from the side street, 4th Street, and then from the rear. It has an alley in the back. There are some apartments in the neighborhood. This neighborhood got downzoned in 2006 to single-family residential, but before that, apartments were allowed, and that's why you have a few properties highlighted in yellow that have existing apartment units. Planning and Zoning Commission considered that, but there was also opposition from the neighborhood during the public hearing. The comprehensive plan shows low-density residential for the whole neighborhood, so staff is recommending denial based on that. We did get an opposition letter yesterday from a surrounding property owner with a strong opposition to the request. I also got a phone call today from a Jorge Escobar Jr. that couldn't make the meeting, but asked me to relay to you that he lives at 419 Oaklake and he's in opposition to the request. So like I mentioned, there was opposition during the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, and Planning and Zoning Commission recommended denial based on that.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to this request? Yes. Please state your name and address for the record.
My name is Nicolas Camacho. I'm the owner of the property that we just purchased it last year in December. I understand that it's a purely residential single home built since 2006, I believe. Honestly, I mean, it's going to be a new build. It's going to bring a lot of, well, it's going to be a new build, so it's going to be a lot of beautification to that area. I work all day, hardly home. So my plan was to have my mom live in the duplex with us as well. So it's not going to be, I'm not going to be bringing chaos to the area. I'm not going to be bringing, people that would not abide by the law. I'm a professional, and strongly hope that y'all can change your mind on the rezoning for the duplex.
All right,
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? There being none, are there any questions for staff or comments?
I have a couple of questions, Mayor.
Sure.
So the future land use map of that area, it's already like a historic town site, right? Or no?
Yes, it's original town site of the city. Before 2006, the zoning allowed apartments, but also single-family homes. So that's why you have a few apartment complexes, but it's mostly single-family homes in the neighborhood. My understanding is in 2005, 2006, there were a lot of concerns from the people that own single-family homes that they didn't want any more apartments in the area, and so the city council had public hearings and downzoned the neighborhood to R1 to not allow apartments anymore.
So the zoning is now for apartments?
No, that's why they're before you to request the rezoning for that one lot that will allow the duplex that he's hoping to build.
So it's surrounded by the school and R1 zone. So that's what's around that lot. And we have had requests like this in the area, and, you know, we have denied them because it did come to us on an individual basis, and because of the zoning that is in place now, we denied it. And I know a couple of them have built single-family homes, and they're, you know, they're doing well in that area.
Mayor, make a motion to deny.
Okay,
Second.
there's a motion and a second to deny the request for the rezoning. All in favor to deny the request, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0. Thank you.
The next case is a conditional use permit to allow an event center. This is a small event center on Griffin Parkway. It wasn't, and so this is at 2704 East Griffin Parkway. It wasn't an event center before, but it's a new applicant, and that's why we're processing again. Small event center, no alcohol, and because of the only one restroom, we're limiting the occupancy to 25 people. And we're recommending approval for 1 year.
Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to this request? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? There being none, are there any questions or comments or a motion?
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve as presented.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as requested, and this would be ordinance number 5853. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Next item.
It's a conditional use permit for the sale and on-site consumption of alcoholic beverages for El Chin Chin to go. This is at the corner of Colorado Street and Taylor Road. This is the approved food truck park out there that is coming back to life. As you know, there's a central place with containers, and the owner wants to set up this business, sell ceviche, and sell alcoholic beverages for the dining area that they have. No opposition during PNC, they recommended approval for 1 year.
Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Are there any questions for staff?
Mayor, I move to approve as presented.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as requested, and that would be ordinance number 5854. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Next item.
Conditional use permit for the sale and on-site consumption of alcoholic beverages, and to allow BYOB for an event center called the Monster Warehouse. This is at 401 West 11th Street. This was processed about 6 months ago, but it was processed with no alcohol. So now the business has been very successful, and the people are asking about being able to have alcoholic beverages. The applicant would like to, for the beer, he would like to sell it, and then also to allow BYOB for other beverages. Beautiful venue. It has parking in the on-site, and they're also proposing parking across the street. So that they're building that right now to add to their parking facilities. They're lowering, even though they have the parking allows more people, they're limiting their occupancy to 120 people because of the licensed security officer requirements. So they will be required to have 2 licensed security officers, regardless of the event, alcohol, no alcohol. They will be required to have that from 8 p.m. until closing. There was no opposition at PNC, and they recommended approval for 1 year.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Please state your name and address for the record.
Hello, my name is Rafael Mendez. My address is 1410 Terrace Drive here in Mission. The community was very sad when we had to close. because we were not following the city protocol. I want to thank Mr. Cervantes and his planning staff for guiding us the right way to have the event center the way it should be. The community is eager for us to open again, and hopefully we'll do the re-grand opening next week with your all's permission. And it's a community not just for the city of Mission, but for the whole valley. I invite everybody to go see the venue. It's like a museum in there, and everybody just can't believe you're in the city of Mission. And it's just something that will take you way back. And I invite everybody for you guys to join us whenever you have a chance.
It's a
Thank
beautiful
you.
building. Is there anyone else that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Okay, are there any questions for staff?
I move to approve, Mayor, as recommended by PNC.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as recommended by PNC, and that would be ordinance number 5855. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. Next item.
It's a conditional use permit to allow a coffee shop at 1821 North Share Road, and this is because the zoning is neighborhood commercial. So because of the zoning, a coffee shop or restaurant requires a conditional use permit. This is across the street from Vanguard Park. In the suite, in that arrow there, the site plan and the floor plan. So we're recommending a 2-year permit.
Okay, is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Please state your name and address for the record.
My name is Grecia Ramirez. I'm the applicant. I live in 4508 Estancia Parkway in McAllen. I've been working with coffee for almost 10 years, and I'm just a big believer in creating third spaces for people where they can go and relax or work or study or whatever they need to do. I went to Sherryland High School, and I just want to create a space where people can just meet and be caffeinated, you know? So if you guys need coffee and you approve it, you're welcome to come. But yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Okay. Are there any questions for staff?
I would like to make a motion, not because I'm across the hall there, but I'll make a motion.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Congratulations and good luck.
Good luck.
Next item.
It's a conditional use permit for a commercial warehouse, which will be the central kitchen for the La Ganadera restaurants. And this is at, we fixed the address, 221 Del Mar Street. So because the zoning is C3, a warehouse requires a conditional use permit. There used to be a warehouse there that is no longer there. And so because of the substantial investment, we're recommending life of the use.
Okay, is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to the request? There being none,
Mayor, I move to approve.
Second.
there's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit for a central kitchen at 301, well, I think that
We fixed,
address-
yes,
the address is what?
221 Del Mar.
221 Del Mar.
Yes, through water, not in.
Yeah, and
Okay, and the ordinance number is 5857. Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0. And that's a great addition to, for the area.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, definitely. Okay, thank you. Next item.
It's a conditional use permit to allow a convenience store and fuel station, which will be a 7-Eleven. And this is at the southwest corner of Conway and Mile 2. A lot of grown trees in the property. And so that's the site plan and the floor plan. Also, because of the substantial investment, we're recommending life of the use.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? There Being
Mayor, I
none.
move to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit for the life of use, and that would be ordinance number 5858. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Mayor, if I may, that one also has a wet zone ordinance, so that
Oh,
would be
yes.
5859.
5859 for the wet zone ordinance. Do we need to amend the motion?
It's in the language already with.
Yes, it's in the language, the agenda language.
Okay, already, thank you. Next item.
Conditional use permit to allow a portable building at 5019 East Expressway 83 for AM, PM roadside and recovery. And we're doing the same recommendation as the other ones, 2 years, no renewals, and the applicants are in agreement on building that concrete skirt around the base of the building.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to this request? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? There being none, are there any questions for
I
staff?
move to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, and that's ordinance number 5860.
The next one is a conditional use permit renewal for Martha's Burgers and More at the food truck park at 307 West Tom Landry. And we haven't had any complaints, so we're recommending 2 years.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Are there any questions for staff?
I move to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as presented with ordinance number 5861. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. And that concludes our public hearing. The next item is consent agenda, and those are items number 15 through
27.
through 36?
27.
27.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve
Second.
consent agenda.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda items number 15 through 27. And that would have resolution number 2078 for item number 25. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Next item is approvals and authorizations. Chief Silva.
Good afternoon, Mayor, City Council, City Managers. Item number 28 is discussion of possible action on matters related to authorization and entering master mutual agreement between the Lower Rio Grande Valley Development Council. The proposed agreement is between participating members of the Lower Rio Grande Valley Development Council and establishes a framework for providing mutual aid and assistance during emergencies, disasters, and other incidents requiring additional resources. Staff and co-interim city managers recommend approval. I also have Cesar Mella from Director of Emergency Services here if you have any questions.
Hi, Cesar. Okay, are there any questions for the chief? Or for
No, Mayor.
Cesar?
I move to approve.
Okay,
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the mutual aid agreement. All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the next item.
It's a subdivision that is coming before you for your approval, named the Griffin Gardens. This is on the south side of Griffin Parkway, just east of Holland. If I can have the PowerPoint, please. So that's the location of the proposed subdivision. They're proposing 3 commercial lots facing Griffin Parkway with a street in the middle, taking you to 30 townhouse lots. And the zoning is in place for this project. So staff is recommending approval subject to all the conditions listed there.
Very good. All right, are there any questions?
No, ma'am, I move to approve.
Okay,
Second.
there's a motion and a second to approve the plat for Griffin Garden subdivision. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Next item.
The next item is a replat for along the east side of Inspiration, just north of the expressway, that will result in 7 single-family lots. So that's the layout for the proposed replat, for the proposed Ulloa subdivision. The drainage report has been approved. Staff recommends approval, subject to the conditions listed there.
Okay. And this is a replat?
Correct.
Can you show the subdivision plat again? So what was it originally?
It's just one lot.
It was one lot?
Yeah,
Okay.
one big lot.
And frontage to these lots is on J Street and?
And Inspiration.
And Inspiration. Okay. And the setbacks on Inspiration, are they the same as a normal street, or are they a little more?
I think there are more.
Are we taking any additional right-of-way?
I think the right-of-way is in place.
Right-of-way is in place?
Yeah. I think it's probably 30 feet setback along Inspiration.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Is there a motion?
Move to approve, Mayor.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve the replat as presented. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0. Next item.
Is an ordinance to allow us to charge an additional fee on permits. As you know, we're not able to process permits online for construction, for garage sales, fire alarms, fire inspections. So we're hoping to get a new software that will allow us to process all these things online, and to cover the cost of the software. If I can have the PowerPoint, please. We're asking for additional fees to the potential users of this software, which will be on residential permits. We're proposing 2 cents for every square foot of construction. For commercial permits, we're proposing 5 cents for every square foot of construction. Garage sale permits, we're asking a reduction from 10 to 250. During the workshop, I proposed a 10, and now we're proposing $2.50, additional to the regular $10.
So it would be $12.50.
Correct.
Okay.
And then for fire inspection fees, we're proposing $10. Health permit fees for the annual permit, $10. For the temporary permits, $5. And alarm permit fees at $10. And we have some revenue projections for 1 year on what these fees will generate that will cover the cost of the software.
What is the software going to do?
It will allow all these permits to be able to be processed online. They will be able to go to their computers, apply from their home or from their business, and then once the permit is approved, they will be able to purchase it online without having to come to City Hall. Contractors will love it because they're going to save on paper.
And
so,
time. And time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's gonna be so. I'm very excited about this.
And this, it could be done, say you want to do a garage sale on Saturday and you forget to come in on Friday. Can they do it Friday night and get their permit for Saturday?
I'm not sure. That's something that we can work with the programmers.
I think that would be nice.
Yes.
So that happens.
Yeah, and on that in particular, because I did look into it, it has an AI capacity too. So I know that what they would look for is just to see if it's repeat customers. So it's very likely that you can even set up the boundaries where it's on automatic approval as long as they pay the fee, right?
Okay.
So as long as they don't exceed that limited number of issues within a certain period, right?
Okay, very good. Okay.
Any
Any questions?
motion to approve?
All right.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the permit and inspection technology fees. And that would be ordinance number
5862.
5862. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Item number 32.
Yes, Mayor, Council, good afternoon. Item number 32 would be approval of ordinance 5863, amending Chapter 66, offenses of the City of Mission Code of Ordinances by adding Article 5, electioneering at city-owned or controlled polling places. As per the city attorney's recommendation, we're putting this in the Code of Ordinances now, but basically what we're doing from what our current ordinance is we're just doing some housekeeping. What we're having issues with is after Election Day, they leave a lot of their sandbags and they leave signs, and if their tents get broken, they leave the mangled aluminum and all that there. So this is just basically saying that everybody needs to remove everything within 24 hours following Election Day. Also, we allow only one 4x8 sign at all polling locations. And so this last May election, people got creative and they started attaching 4x8s to their canopies. So then we started getting a lot of complaints that there was more 4x8s than what we were allowing. So we're putting that there is going to be no political signs, banners, feathered flags, or electioneering material attached to a canopy. Now, a screen printed or otherwise branded canopy displaying the political message, that does not replace a 4x8. So it's only when you actually, attach it to your tent. And then another complaint that we got where people were trying to, circumvent the one 4x8, they were parking vehicles in parking spaces with a 4x8 sign in the bed of their truck and leaving it there all day. I've got a lot of phone calls on that. So we are not allowing any parking with a political sign on there, except if they're there to drop off a voter or pick up a voter or drop off food or something like that. But you just can't stay there 12 hours. So basically, this is just, kind of some housekeeping on that. But at the city attorney's recommendation, we are putting this on the Code of Ordinances, and that way it can be established on our Code of Ordinances.
Good. Mayor, I have a question. Will all candidates be mailed something?
Yeah, what I am proposing is that we will have a meeting with either the candidate or one of their representatives the week before early voting starts. And code enforcement will be here and we're going to give all the information. I didn't pass it out yesterday because I was waiting for the ordinance to be approved to make sure there wasn't any changes. But we will be having that, and then also code enforcement and myself will be there on Sunday, on the 18th, to make sure that everybody kind of gets into their proper locations. Now, again, this is only for Parks and Recreation location and Banworth Park. This is only city-owned property. The other locations, the entity might have their own electioneering policies, but this is only for city-owned properties.
And that distinction is important because that's not any property in the city, it's only city-owned property.
So when we get to Election Day, which are the polling areas?
On Election Day, my understanding is the county will be using the Upper Valley Art League on Election Day, and they're also going to be using the Veterans Pavilion on Inspiration Road. Now, the Veterans Pavilion is a county-owned property, and I know for a fact the county has their own electioneering policy, and I do not believe that they allow tents.
Okay.
But that I could also give you all the electioneering policy for the county on when we meet in October, and that way you all can have that information.
We can also upload it to our website. I know Ms. Ana did a really good job
Absolutely.
at putting resources together for candidates on there. So we can do like a cheat sheet of like make main points, put that on there, and then reference the ordinance as well.
Mm-hmm. So then pertaining to the Mission election, there's going to be 4 on Election Day. The Upper Valley Art League, the Veterans Pavilion, Banworth Park, and Cherry.
In the city of
I mean, Van Wood
Mission.
Park and Parks and Rec.
And Parks and, yes, in the city of Mission, yes.
But any voter can vote
Anywhere in the county. It's
And the
countywide
voter still
polling.
counts.
Yes, ma'am.
So they can work in Edinburgh, live in Mission, and vote in Edinburgh.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am. And I did pass out the entire list yesterday of all of the voting locations. There's 33 locations for early voting that covers, all the way to Weslaco. And then I don't remember how many there are on election day, but it is on that list. And I did highlight the Mission locations on that list.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Okay, are there any other questions, comments? Is there a motion? May I make a motion to approve?
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve ordinance number 5863, which is referencing electioneering rules. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item.
Good afternoon. Next item is consideration and possible action to approve ordinance amending Chapter 114, Article 4, Division 2, Section 114-171 of the City Mission Code of Ordinances relating to the authorized use and continued collection of the drainage improvement fee. So the proposed ordinance essentially amends that to allow us to be able to utilize the fund for maintenance and operation of existing drainage, basically the existing drainage infrastructure. Before, it just stated that we could utilize it for anything in our prior drainage improvement plan, but to be consistent with what others do, usually you can use that for maintenance, right? And that's something that we don't have in our ordinance, and that's what we're requesting authorization here on that item.
Okay. Are there any questions?
Move to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the amendment to the drainage improvement fee, which is not an increase, it's just allowing it to be used for maintenance.
Correct.
Right, okay. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, and that's ordinance number 5864. Next item.
Next item is consideration and possible action to approve a resolution authorizing reimbursement from drainage fund to the general fund for drainage-related services provided to the streets department and establishing reimbursement parameters. So one of the things that we've identified as of the most recently is we took a look at the streets department. The streets department is actually housed in the general fund, and approximately right now it spends about $1.8 million in payroll costs. So out of that $1.8 million, after looking into it, approximately 50% of that, really about 48.5%, is used for drainage related function. So in order to maintain all of the drainage throughout the city, most of the streets department is actually used, and we're actually only billing 4 people to the streets to the drainage department right now. So one of the requests that I have in front of you today is I would like to charge the drainage fund to be able to recoup the cost of actually utilizing streets, because they're actually on the ground managing drainage 50% of the time, right? So upon that request, this is to establish a long-term methodology for years to years, right? I mean, the intent is for them to be able to recoup the cost on the general fund for the services that we provide. So again, the percentage that we found was about 48.53%. Right now, we're managing about 21 major drain ditches, 16 detention ponds, about 207.25 acres of drainage channels, about 4,500 curb inlets, 160 miles of storm sewer line, right? So that tells you for 4 people, there's no way, right? Like, that was the purpose of this request, right? So this is actually going to be something that I show, of course, to our auditors, and I did get to speak to our auditors, which was Burton McCumber Longoria. I got to speak to Luis Orozco CPA firm. I got to also speak to our financial advisor as well as our legal counsel, explaining what the request was here today, and there were no concerns on this. It also doesn't impact, anything on drainage assessment fund as it pertains to the regulatory aspect. What you just passed before allows us to be able to use this for maintenance.
Very good.
And just so you're aware, that request would allow us to pull approximately up to $892,000 from drainage assessment. That's not what we're asking for today. What we're asking for is actually less. So it's going to be about $700,000 this year and next year, right? But that's the request in front of you.
Well, thank you for doing that, Andy, because it's important to have a clear picture of where the expenses are. So, thank you. Any other questions?
Mayor, I make a motion to approve.
Second. There's a motion and a second to approve resolution number 5865.
No, 2079.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing ordinances. 20 what?
79.
79, sorry. Okay, and that would address the reimbursement from the drainage fund to the general fund. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Andy. Next item.
Next item is consideration and possible action to approve resolution authorizing reimbursement from solid waste fund to general fund for eligible services and resources provided in support of solid waste operations and establishing reimbursement parameters. So this is one thing that we also never had. This kind of establishes what we currently do, which is right now we do acquire about 1.5 million from solid waste to be able to provide support to general fund for the operations that it helps and assists with the solid waste fund. So this is regulated under Chapter 1502 of the Texas Local Government Code. It's identified as a utility, but the way that it's identified for solid waste is it's not as regulated as a utility system such as water sewer, right? Water sewer is regulated by Texas Water Code. You can't take from that fund, you can't do certain things. For solid waste funds, especially those that you see like such as Edinburgh, when you're looking at the landfill, those are really intended to generate profits and be able to share those profits with the general fund, right? I mean, really there's no restrictive boundaries with exception of one, ensuring that you balance that fund. You cannot go into the negative. And so this resolution allows us to establish that. It means that you can't go into the negative, and management would have to say, hey, wait, we're not gonna be able to transfer this year because we're gonna end up hitting a negative balance in that fund, right? So far, solid waste has been very, very strong in its performance. So year in year, it's really the strongest performer across all of our funds, right? So the request here today is we have already requested $1.5 million. What we're asking here is to raise that to 1.8 million. And the reason for that is because historically, the solid waste fund as well as the drainage fund would support debt service for current debt obligations out to the community. Because there were some projects that were funded using general obligation debt. And when I mean GO debt, I'm talking about debt that's backed by property taxes, right? So for the longest time, when I was looking at the debt service fund, it looked like we were overfunding debt, which is a good thing, right? Because we have capacity to be able to utilize for that for. But at this point, my recommendation is to be able to use some of that capacity, right? And be able to invest it into general fund operations, right? So the request here today is to be able to reallocate that to that function, right?
Any questions?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve resolution number 2080.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, authorizing reimbursement from solid waste fund to general fund. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Next item.
Next item, last one, is consideration and possible action to approve ordinance amending the FY 25-26 budget to revise transfers of funding between the Drainage Assessment Fund, Solid Waste Fund, General Fund, and Debt Service Fund. So as requested, and this is just primarily the budget amendment, it's just stating that we are going to be using the fund balance to be able to pay debt service this year. There's an ample amount of funds. Again, we've actually gone to our CPAs and had them take a look at it. There's no bond covenants that prevents us from being able to use fund balance. Really, what we've been doing is overfunding that account where we should have been utilizing it for general fund operations, right? So the request is to be able to utilize some of that fund balance on the debt service fund that is overaged and be able to utilize some of the solid waste and drainage funds specifically for general fund purpose that falls within legal boundaries, right?
Okay, very good. Any questions? Motion.
Mayor, I make a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve ordinance number 5865, which allows transfers from and funding between Drainage Assessment Fund, Solid Waste Fund, General Fund, and Debt Service Fund. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
This should have been in your packet, but I want to give you this anyway so you can at least see the methodology, right?
Okay, thank you. Next item is a tabled item. Is there a motion to remove from the table?
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to remove item number 37 from the table. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Andy. Chief?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Chief Torres, Mission PD. Item number 37, discussion and possible action on matters related to the denial of implementation of speed humps in the area of the 1708 East 21st Street in accordance with the City of Mission Code of Ordinances. Division 5, speed hump, Section 110, 351 to Section 110, 354. On July 15th, we took this before the Traffic Safety Committee. And
There should be a video, Ruben. He's got the drone video, sir.
you want to show the video? Okay. That view right there is the 1700 block of East 21st Street, where the speed humps are being requested. We did conduct several traffic surveys, and out of 73 cars, we had 72 in compliance and only one that was speeding, so.
Okay. Okay, are there any questions?
I'll make a motion to deny.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to deny the request for speed humps at the area of 1708 East 21st Street. All in favor to deny, say aye. 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 All opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Mayor, I want to ask the chief a question real quick. Sure. In reference to this, I understand it's denial, but the families may have concerns. Is there any way we can put something there for a while, just so that it could lessen, because they're concerned a lot of people were driving fast through there, or what?
Yes.
Okay, because I know there's some areas, there's like a police car that's parked there for a long time, or maybe maybe we can put something in that area?
Yeah, I'll take a high visibility car tomorrow and we'll monitor the area.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Okay, the next item is executive session. I know that's going to be short. So is there a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second. There's a motion and a second to go into executive pursuant to
501-071 and
Okay.
074.
All righty, thank you. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries. We'll be right back.
This was from the last meeting.
Okay, is there a motion to go back into,
Second.
there's a motion and a second to reconvene. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. There is no action on the executive session.
No
Is
action.
there a motion to adjourn?
I'll move to adjourn.
Your motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you.